Then we'll go to Discord. Open up another window. YouTube. Your channel. The watch. Share. Copy. The Discord. Open up another window. YouTube. Close that window. Discord. Let's see. Say your stuff. Paste. Self promotion. Paste. Stuff. Paste.
Was that a fart or? Oh. On you? Where at? Oh. Dad's got you. Huh? Did you just say I suck? Here. Oh, do you want to put her on the bouncer? No, it's something like the way you help. You gave her to me, like. What would you like me? Where would you like me to give her to you at? Over here? Like, no, I'm not on you. You want her in the bouncer in front of you? It's fine. Or in the bouncer beside you? Bouncer beside me is fine. Put her on. This guy's got off. Yeah, put it however you want it. I can move that little desk if you want. Here, you want to put her in? Or do you want that? Hey Mom, you want to move some stuff that would be in her reach? Like the whole table. Young lady! She's gonna be so busy trying to reach shit. She's not gonna fuck with you at all. Maybe.
Alright. Minimize that. Click YouTube.
Talking about that bird. That's still going at it.
Alright, so that is recording. Alright, go to settings, make sure I have music off, because I don't want to get another copyright claim or strike. Alright. I got several copyright claims for like 15 seconds of music. Yep, it happens. Alright, guys. I don't know how well this is going to work out, but we're playing Fallout 4 on Ultra, and it's high mods, 266 mods. As you can see, most of the mods I chose completely reshaped the world of Fallout 4 to more of a vision that I think would really happen after 200 years, based off of science and Mother Nature's evolution, the drive to survive. I also did a few more fun mods, clean up, make weapons harder, so on and so forth, and a mod for appearances. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to give this a try. Let's go. This mod is not the normal CBBE, I believe it's what it's called. This one is the more real mod. I believe it's what it's called. Doing full eyebrows. Unfortunately, doing it this way, I can't really zoom in for a finite look. I just gotta go with best bet. But these are all the options open to you. Normally I would try to do it in start a new game with it, but there's too many mods for it to load past uh, the opening video. Um, Here in a bit, I'll turn some music on low, but I just wanted to give the ambient sound which was another mod I did. Uh, let's see, we're gonna change the color first of all to deep brown, and we're gonna change the type. Oops, wrong one. Uh, Back, cancel. Alright, got the color. Well, this isn't working too well. Um, let's see, we'll click here. Back to face. I'm going to change the hair to a style. It adds a lot more styles to the haircuts. More more options to choose for the male, and unfortunately, they also mean even though it's a few more options for men, it's far more options for women. Let's see. That's kind of stereotypical saying the math teacher is always bald. So later on, I'll play some more with the looks. I'm just trying to get a basic look for my character at the moment. We'll go with this one. back, and we'll just call that done for now. Alright, let me give you a grand tour of some of the very obvious mods that were changed. I had Vault retextured back to its original look. Not for realism or uh, anything like that. Just because I like the way it looked. I also added a mod that fixes up the paint and the other touches for graffiti and stuff. So it looks way more. You'll see a big difference on the vehicles. I had a mod that retextures those. See if I remember right. As you can tell in the background, one of the most noticeable, other than all the greenery, is the ambiance, the thunder sound, the creaking of the trees. Much more intimidating all around. Uh, and in lieu to the fact that it's no longer a radiated world at this stage. If you look up the science, the whole Fallout thing is kind of obnoxiously 50s egocentric when it really wouldn't look like that. Being the only ones that would actually look that bad, also retextured plants, floral, is the water. Gives a better reflection, shadows. Ooh, fires. Ah, that's one of the wrecks. Another mod I added was the fire sound and the actual fire flickering. It's one of the reasons why I did this mod mainly for the crash site. Was to display the difference in sound, color, and texture, just overall feel. If I remember right, you can actually take damage from campfires as well. Alright. Yes, autumn leaf falls, like it would in the real tree. And just so you know, for general, I am playing a level 1 character with no modded weapons, other than one I'm fixing to explain to you. If you look at it, see how quickly I'm done. I added a mod. Yes, I'm running several EMB mods, Clinton. It's going good. Thank you for dropping by and saying hi. I got 2 stim packs. I actually will try to get a list of my mods in a minute here when I get to Sanctuary for both the literal and metaphorical meaning of it. The radiation actually is more intimidating, including from the creatures. You notice with the gun, I actually changed it so it's realistic bullets. So with range, the bullets actually drop, and the bullet gun itself is a lot more heavy, clunky, more recoil, just like an actual 10mm would have in this situation. Let's see. And I may be called by extreme fans traitor to the Fallout franchise, but I just enjoy it in my own way. Most of the time, I will actually play it without mods. But in this case, I really wanted to try out my new computer and put it to its steps and see how it really looked. Again, like I said, this isn't for everybody. This mod itself is vivid weather and true storms. If I recall correctly, I'll hit tab. Well, actually, let me go ahead and hit the escape, and I'll show you guys the list of my mods. So, how you been hanging in there, Clinton? Exactly. That's why I got wanted to find mods that make it feel more impactful and difficult to use because in vanilla form, the 10 millimeter, you can just pop off a whole clip and there'd be, and hit your target. In real life, you try to do that with 10 millimeter, it'll break your arm or your shoulder, any number of things. I'm sorry you're at work, bud. Well, I'm happy you're at work because that means you're out and about, unlike the rest of us stuck in quarantine still. Uh, but here, let me go ahead and show you my list real fast, Clinton. Um, as always, I always start off getting an official Fallout mod patch fix because Glitch says that. This one is the body mod that I was telling you about. With it had all those options listed when I was going to use the console command to do character editing. Main menu. This shifts the main menu to a more colorful, I guess, or vibrant. Don't remember what this one does. This mod is for one of the mods I did for the weapon, the Real Water E&B. That answered your question earlier. It's one of them I'm using. I'm actually using two or three separate, I believe. Spring cleaning gets rid of all the garbage, that you can't really move or anything with without just scrapping. Synth Elements, for those that don't know it, it is takes the idea, the modder's original modder as well as his group that he's established, created based off of the SimCity, uh, SimCity makeup, where instead of having to constantly micromanage your settlements, they can actually, as long as you give them the supplies they need and what maintain them, will actually grow themselves and be much more rewarding, such as more casts, better water, better followers, unique equipment, so on and so forth. Water towers, that's one of the mods I've been looking at for a while. I want to do. It's a very small mod, but what it does, it allows you to add a water tower in your build menu, which is why wouldn't you? I mean, if you were alive in that time, in a world like this. Resource expanded, it basically gives you the expansion. It gives you better scripts. When you go to buy them at the thing, instead of only being 50, it actually, I think, goes up to 1,000 or something like that. But it's balanced out with cost. True Storm's the one you're seeing right now. I'm just right now going off the first list, and I'll just scroll down and let you take a look at them. And people can take screenshots or pause it later to look up them. Settlement keywords basically makes the settlements smoother. Um, the GKX Commonwealth Draft, it's basically again taking all the crap that you're stuck with in the Commonwealth and get rid of it because it's 210 years after the event. Do you really think so, there'd be rubber tires and stuff left behind? Uh, Cleaner AIL basically makes it so it's the insides look better of the houses and stuff. Cleaner sanctuary environment again makes it more realistic if it's a settlement that's been untouched. Uh, it's from the moment you saw when you left, it's most likely what it looked like. You would have all the different trash in it. Immersive Commonwealth overhaul gives you the basically more. It's part of an ENB collection that allows the search and shader texture changes for the skies and stuff. Fallout loot overhaul. The loot is more balanced instead of getting like 80,000 um 10 millimeter pistols or pipe rifles. You're actually gonna get things like cue balls and stuff like that. Uh, Cleaner settlement. The Vault 88 you'll see later is when basically it clears up all the crap so you can just go in there and clear it. Same thing with the mechanic layer overhaul. Uh, Let me see. Castle revamped. I'm probably going to disconnect that, uninstall that one because the challenge of the castle is one of my favorite things. Clean Spectacle Island basically cleans up the Spectacle Island and whatnot. And run mods. I know all the workshop related ones. I hear you there. Um, the BT Interior Project, it basically gives you more, opens up all the boarded off windows like they did in New Vegas. Reforms the Alberta Farm. That's the firelight I was showing with the crash. The deep river deepens the river, so it's not just all like puddles you're walking across. Licked out sanctuary gets rid of all the loose material, but keeps stuff like the safe and the monitor. And of course, toilet water. Why wouldn't toilets have water in them? Um, the vendor overhaul gives wider selection, but also changes basic fundamental on like how much you spend on stuff because it balances out, so you're not buying 20 stim packs for 10,000 and you're not buying 10,000 ammo for 20 caps. Let's see. The Speed Dark is another E and B. It basically gives the shadows more of a smooth texture. Um, let's see. Good Neighbor Expanded, same thing. It creates more of a actually thriving settlement, like it would be, in my opinion. Uh, Most of the ones I did are cosmetic and gameplay changes. It's nothing real big or drastic. I did do a couple player homes, no build limits, so that'll help for both sim cities and sim settlements as well as your regular builds. Instead of having to use the glitch, which eventually crashes the computer as long as you monitor it, all you have to do is build and watch. If you see color changing or flickering, that means you need to stop building on it. Disable the eye and bloom, which always irritated me because, like, when you got hit, you suddenly get like a blurry vision and stuff. When you're a soldier, you don't. That doesn't happen. Vivid weather is the other weather one I was telling you in combination with the two storms, which allows basically it gives what an actual weather system instead of just the same old, same old. Uh, Sanctuary Clean Roads. The Clean Roads and Better Roads, I believe I got both of them on. Water Worlds, a couple other random settlements for people who scavenge out in the water to get away from all the ghouls and the raiders and built their little settlements out there. Uh, get rid of the pumps that you can't do nothing with on the Red Rocket. Minuteman supply catches. Basically, it's like the old Brotherhood of Steel and Ranger supply catches in New Vegas and 3. Um, let's see. Bridge wall bunker fix. Alright, bud. I'm just gonna do is go down to the rest of these mods and then I'm gonna do some more play. I hope to see you back on in a bit or someone else. Be safe. You too, Clinton. And like I said, be safe. For people who might be just tuning in right now, I'm scrolling through my mod list to both give acknowledgement as well as to let other people know what kind of mods I have. If they have any questions, I'll point them in the direction if they don't just look it up themselves. I have 200 and I believe it's 266 mods currently active, and I haven't even checked them all out yet.
How long ago did we feed her that bottle? It hasn't been that long. Unless she's wet. Just change her. And she's just ready for bed. Cuddles.
Again, for those just tuning in, this is my mod list. Most of them are just basically tweaks to the game to make it more realistic, to give it a setting I feel would be more natural in the scenario that played out in the Fallout universe and the type of nuclear energy and atom bombs they used at the time. The hot zones were right around where the atom bombs dropped, and uh, the atom bombs right where it'd be hot right where it dropped. But the farther you get out, the less radiation, and nature would pretty much reclaim it after mankind pretty much was wiped out. For those new to modding, the mods that are checked are mods that are used, and the ones that are not used. Alright, guys, let's get some playing. Alright, so here, I do believe I should have a holotape.
Are you sure?
Uh, yes, two storm configuration, weather control. It does give you all options. I'm actually not going to play with any of those. I just wanted to show that it does give you options to manipulate and change stuff and per them, either via the traditional Commonwealth ones, which you can change through console command, or the mod itself, which are two storms. Uh, since done. Those are all your traditionals, and I believe two storm configuration is uh the ones that you can actually turn the effects on or off. I'm actually turning them on and letting you again see that you can change stuff while it's on. You can even create uh, dummy ghoul hordes if you really want to. Achievement Locker, I haven't figured out this one yet. This removes the fog from interiors. Juggernaut Barbarian, I've already read that. That's a runway holotape, I believe. That was the
October 22nd.
cabin you find off
I finally told
to
him tonight.
the
And it's real bad.
southeast from the vault
Real bad.
entrance.
Dad was shouting.
But I don't want to run it too
That I
much
had to get out
on
of the house.
that because I don't want to get copyright strike or claim. These are also from stuff I've done earlier in the game. These Beattown Interior, which is another mod I chose. Customization info. Disable and remove all temporary disable all customize option. Let's go here. Option holotape, disabling and removing free from quest. I'm not going to actually do anything with this right now until I figure out more about it later. Again, I'm just wanting to show the different things that they offer with these mods. Again, just to verify it, I am playing a character with no mods, no increase in strength, no attribute, because later, right now this is just my test play. Later I will be, this is actually going to be part of a later project, which is going to be called One Life, One World. It's basically self-imposed permadeath. You go through, you see how long you can last and survive, but without all the disadvantage of the survival. Um, I believe I also use a mod where you have to feed and drink regularly, as in survival. Otherwise, you may get debuffs. Okay. And I got no modified weapons or anything like that. Again, they're just things I got. Should put the helmet on. And other than reskinning the 10mm, the carry weapon low, because you won't always carry your weapon at alert, despite what most people think. You'll actually carry your weapon facing the ground for both safety and also stamina. Also gives it some recoil, the same mod, and it also gives it impact as well. You can't see it right now, but there's muzzle smoke and recoil. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go over here. Don't want to talk to Codworth right now. One of the other mods I've taken, actually two or three of them, is used to clean up the actual housing in other areas, so you're not going to be able to scrap everything that you normally would. And apparently I got the mods shut that door on as well. Meaning it will close the doors automatically behind whoever opens it, I believe. All the oil lamps I had traded out with lanterns because by now oil lamps would have been scrapped or moved. I had previously had installed where the walls were all fixed and everything, but I decided I'd go ahead and take that off because I felt like it was uh, is an excessive advantage. I also got the mod to fix the bridge, as I said earlier, and then remove that damn dog and raider that's always right there that never you could never get rid of. And as you can see here, it does the cleaning up if you the cleaning up the Commonwealth does not actually um doesn't actually get rid of get like your loot bags and stuff. Other ones will, it just totally wipes it, and that's usually a modded resource. Basically, it's what you use to make mods. I hear red roach. I forgot about that one. That startled me a bit. And also, I'll cover this at later in the stream as well. This is also part of another project I have in mind that might be work good, might not, but it's hopefully going to be a combination of a collab and something I've always wanted to see. Fragmine. I also did extended exploration and darker nights. Um, as you can tell with the audio I was telling you about, it helps tell you, you can act. It feels like there's weather. It's not the vivid weather in True Storm. Feels like real weather, not just something made. Ooh, I didn't know about this one. Huh? Which one is this? I want a better red rocket, maybe. Man, scout log. Oh, that's right. It might be the Minuteman supply. Uh, Also, I wanted to tell you about the other one, the Better Dark. It actually makes it look really dark and intimidating. I mean, because fluorescent lights, even the ones that you would think they'd have in some kind of sci-fi, will like the Fallout before the nukes drop, would eventually dim out. Just they wear down. So if you get that one, I would use the Better Pip-Boy light, which you can adjust the brightness on it, and it also allows you a box light instead of a more of a focus beam. Like it's coming off like your phones, it's coming off your screen rather than uh, rather than a pin light that's connected to it. All right, we got business entries, new equipment installed. As you can see, for any of your frequent players, you can tell this is pretty much all the same. And then here's the service logs, of course. It's all the same. me see what the Minuteman holotape was. I can't remember. Oops, wrong button. Tab. Um, Vault. It would be under miscellaneous. Minuteman Scout Log. General orders. Just for a heads up for anyone who uses the Minuteman mod, you'll want to click on every entry because I believe it updates your map. We're about to find out. Uh, Sorry about the noise. I'm trying to get comfortable. Ah, damn it. General Beckett via courier left from Quarter Diamond City, headed for northwest towards Lexington. Ah, looks like I'm wrong about stash map updates. But it gives you some Minuteman lore at least. Instead of doing the map marker, it looks like it gives you directions. Alright, let's see what else we got here. The settings. I'll just keep that as is. And as you can tell, when you go to activate your Pip-Boy screen for your inventory and stuff, the light turns off. Looks like there's some glitching here. I might have to check out to see what that's causing that. But anyways, back to my current, my earlier explanation. I'm planning on actually doing a video for, originally it was supposed to be part of my origin challenge, but since this COVID-19 and everything hit, that was canceled. Probably, all I can say is until further notice, maybe indefinitely. But it's, I'm hoping it's going to be good. It's going to be anywhere from 30 minutes to maybe an hour and 15 minutes. And I will be doing the editing and everything by myself, and maybe I'll get lucky and I will be able to get some volunteers for voice acting. And I can actually make a full storyline quest. Let's go ahead and sleep until 10 a.m. I believe another mod I got makes the weather last longer, but I'm not 100% sure. That might actually be a default. Yeah, now you can see the weather changed. I'm trying to figure out what the glitch was from. Cooking stuff. Don't have anything to cook right now. Yes, I am deliberately ignoring the dog. I didn't scrap that arm. And another one of the mods I got, where as you can tell on the suit, is the wet. When you get wet and stuff, it should theoretically show. Alright, that's what I want to do there. I just want to see. I got a mod that scrap those arms, so. But it doesn't look like it's letting me scrap it. Ah, had to do it in stages, okay. Interesting. Okay, what was that? Bones of Thomas Franklin. Another mod I did is for items, like random items and stuff. It gives you generic names on items instead of bones and stuff like that. I'm not sure about if I should or shouldn't. No, I don't think I'm gonna. I think if I do that, it shows all the dirt. Maybe not. Okay. Trying to see if I might have to take off the scrap everything. Because it looks like it's going to let me scrap the roads, and I don't want to do that. Yeah. I'm going to need to get rid of that mod, because that could cause major mess ups. Yeah. Red rocket already. So right now I'm just testing out the mods, playing in Ultra, seeing how long that lasts before, hoping it doesn't crash. That sucks. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get rid of this. I don't know which one it is. I'll have to read up on them. I think it's a scrap the Commonwealth. Another addition I did was the Commonwealth cliff and rocks, which retextures them and also make them higher. So it actually looks like a real map instead of something someone threw together in patches. I need to get rid of the graffiti as well. Now, I'm not sure. I did a couple of nature ones as well, but I'm not sure if they actually throw in like wolves and stuff. I'm not sure why Far Harbor enemies are on the Commonwealth. I'll have to fix that. One hit kill. I knew that would happen. Alright. So as you can see, when I do the one, finally get everything patched up to the way I want, the one life, one world is actually a serious thing. Not sure about that though. That's really annoying me. I don't know why it's glitching out like that. I might have to take off. That's improved red rocket, I think. 1 second, I'll be right back, guys. Guys, I'm back. Alright, let me check my map real fast. Ranger Kevin, no. Crap, I can't remember where my, player homes are. Alright, let's go ahead and use TCL, which is toggle collisions off. Oh, whoops. Sorry for the feedback, guys. Alright, I forgot to turn the volume down. I was listening to it to make sure there wasn't any overlapping music or anything from the background. Uh, no, not W. There. Let's fly up and get a really good top-down view. I haven't done that yet. Alright. That actually looks really good, in my opinion. The actual city's not overpopulated. That's Satellite Disk over there. I believe that's Starlight Inn. That I believe it's Concord. Let's go check that out real fast. I love it. You can even hear the bird sounds up in the actual sky part. No, that's back to Sanctuary. Wrong direction. Yeah, I can see it glitching all the way up here, so that's pretty bad. I really need to get rid of that one. Uh, Concord here. You'll notice that vegetation isn't overgrown. Inside would be the city. That's the Minuteman battle over there. And I did, another mod I did, as you look from here, is I actually gave the electric wires actual gravity mechanics with the mod. It actually acts like wires would. And it fixed the towers too. So, I don't know if I kept it, but there's a mod that allows you to turn the dams on to give nearby settlements water. And another mod I did was exploration, so that there's a lot more things out and about for you to explore and whatnot. What do we got here? Evidence Farm. That looks really good. It actually redid it well. Looks like it was once prosperous. Like it's good because originally, even before you play the game, part of the story there it's a family of four, and they work the farm. And where it picks up, raiders had killed the daughter, um, and that's part of the quest to get the Abernathy farm on your side. I'm not sure what that is down there, but let's get back up in the sky. One thing I might have to change, I haven't decided yet, 'cause there is a lot of trees, so I might have to take one or more of the nature mods off. Especially right here where it's glitching with the fog. I mean, if you're below it, you won't really see it, but it fucks with your actual game. And over here should be the castle.
What's that noise?
Hmm. Must be raiders or something down there. New big, populated Commonwealth as well, so there's more bad guys that spawn in and stuff. And this flicker here might be, yeah, it's coming in.
Who's there?
Down there. It's the raider camp. You come to later. Leave over here. It's the junkyard. Oops, I think I accidentally went underground. Yeah. My mod list doesn't show any mods crashing, but it shouldn't be doing this either. TCL off. I'll have to figure out why it's flickering like that, because it shouldn't be. Did I not turn it off? There we go. Yeah, see, it's not flickering anymore. Let's take me to the Drummond Diner. I don't mind the graffiti, but it's way too vibrant. Again, that might be the repaint texture too. Map real fast. Another thing I did was I did a better map where the roads actually show and whatnot. I need to head in this general direction. Tab. That way. Check out Boston. And it crashed. Well, that happens. It's mods. I need to probably get rid of a couple. Alright guys, for now I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks for watching. I'll try to get on later or tomorrow